So I've now got some very specific information which I want to share with our viewers about the convoy which was attacked yesterday. This convoy was led by Manoj Kumar of the 180 battalion of the CRPF. It was moving from Jammu to Srinagar at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. This convoy consisted of 78 vehicles. As an army officer, son, I realize full well that this is not how troops move ordinarily. You don't have convoys that are this big. It's almost like a sitting duck. 78 vehicles in that same convoy. There will be much discussion about why the convoy was as big. Part of the reason is bad weather, because you didn't know how long the weather would be clear. Weapons and material needed to be sent. Personnel needed to be moved, so you move them in one big convoy. Terrible mistake by the CRPF on this. The convoy reached Kazigund at about 2:15 p.m. 14 vehicles stopped at Kazigund, 2 developed defects. Another 16 bulletproof vehicles were brought in. It was moving from Kazigund at 2:38 p.m. At 3:33 in the afternoon, when the convoy was near milestone 272, the suicide bomber exploded a vehicle on, exploded an IED on a bus with the registration number HR49F0637 of the 76th Battalion of the CRPF. The kind of details not available elsewhere, specific details about this attack. Kamaljeet Sandhu covers internal security for us. She's joining us. She's the one who's got all this information out. 78 vehicles, Kamaljeet, in one convoy. You're just setting up a sitting duck for terrorists.
Well, Rahul, CRPF has given us a reason for that. They're saying since 4th of February, because the weather was inclement and it was snowing very heavily, all those people who were actually meant to be either posted or for deployment were on transit to Jammu were held up there. It was only on this particular day, which is the 14th of February, they found a spot where the vehicles could go in. And since in the past number of days, and we've been told that at least 500 members of the CRPF actually travel every single day from Jammu to Srinagar and vice versa. But here in this particular case, because there was a backlog, they decided to make it in 2 steps. So 2,500 CRPF personnel were to go in 78 vehicles. This particular vehicle was 5th in sequence when this particular SUV rammed into this. And very specifically, there were 39 personnel on this. We've been told all 39 of them are dead. At least 36 of them were identified. 3 of them could not be identified because the body's been blown up into smithereens. And one other person, we've been told, is an assistant sub-inspector, which is basically Mohan Lal, who has 30 years of experience. He was on the ROP, and remember that area around Letpura. Usually what happens, Rahul, is that as far as even the road opening party is concerned, the area is divided amongst the paramilitary forces. So this particular area itself was with the CRPF personnel, and that is why the ROP party also got killed. And now we're expecting figures to come in. But remember, the last delay and the delay in getting names of all those martyrs is only because the bodies are yet to be identified. In fact, we've been told it's not just bits and pieces. At least 3 bodies are completely missing. This is a huge setback. You can say this is an intelligence failure. This is a security lapse. This happened right under the nose of Jammu Kashmir police as well as the other security forces. They could not really fathom that this is a plan that Jaish-e-Mohammed is coming up with. Abdul Rashid, who's been sent by Maulana Masood Azhar, is a man who has a lot of tactical amount of experience. Afghanistan war, IED expert. He's been camping in Pulwama, and perhaps getting a local man, Adil Ahmed Dar, to actually go and explode himself has blown up in the face of security forces. They'll really have to come up very quickly with a counter plan. Otherwise, number of these particular attacks where locals are participating is going up. We saw it in 2017-18 in Letpura, Kedain attack, and now it's happened yet again. So obviously, a lot of post-mortem needs to be done. The NIA team as well as the NSG team will do the post-mortem.
So there are some more details that we have. One, that there are 5 people injured. They're at the Army's 92 base hospital at the Badami Bagh cantonment in Srinagar. From the 4th of January, no vehicle was plying because of heavy snowfall, which is why 2,500 personnel were sent on one day as opposed to the 500 who leave ordinarily. So you can understand the conditions on the ground which led to a violation of standard operating procedures. Kamaljeet, what do we know about the nature of explosives? Is it confirmed that RDX was used? What is the NIA saying? What is the Intelligence Bureau saying about where these explosives are potentially coming from? In general, the fact is, RDX cannot be manufactured in Srinagar.
Yeah.
It cannot be manufactured in the valley.
Yeah.
This has come from a proper explosives factory in Pakistan. That by itself will be investigated. When the NIA team goes there, they look at that. Explosives experts will look at it, but it can't just be locally assembled.
You know, the point is, your apprehension is very clear. If this is RDX, then, you know, the chances of it coming from Pakistan are most high. So, in case if it has to come across the border, is it from the line of control? Has it managed to come? Or it has come somewhere from down from Jammu, and then it has been taken up. There is no denying the fact that there was an input which was there, which was saying that there is a chance of ID blast.
Think about what you're saying for a moment. The possibility that even in small batches, dozens of kilos adding up to more than 200 kilos are brought from the Indian heartland, going up to Kashmir is highly implausible. The higher possibility, the higher probability
of coming
is
from line of control
this
is also there.
explosive being sent across through mules, through transport people across the LOC, sir.
You see, what my input says is nearly about 300 or 350 kgs of RDX. Now, to transport that amount of RDX is going to be over a period of time. So that means it's a very well thought out strategy as to raising the ante in in Kashmir, and it is not impromptu, off target, lone wolf action. It is a very well planned action, and it stinks of hand of Pakistan in it. There is no doubt by strategizing as to what is to be done.
So no denying the fact ISI is involved. The footprints are of ISI. If it is RDX, obviously it is come across the border. But there is a chances of that it can be of a different explosive also. Let the NIA find out that. But no deny the fact that the ISI
high quality
is working
explosive.
Yes, though
it is high quality, sophisticated explosive.
Yeah, because the damage done is so huge that once this vehicle sumo has hit one of the bus, then the blast was so much that both these vehicles have been
no
reduced
mistake, these are not your locally assembled explosives of the kind that the Naxals use in Bastar. If you've been able to smash a CRPF vehicle to smithereens, 39 deaths in the same IED attack, this is sophisticated explosive.
Very
Whether
powerful.
it's plastic explosives, RDX, we'll wait for genuine
NIA
explosive experts to tell us. And when you have that vehicle, it will be very easy to find that out.
Yeah, one thing more is there. You see, my point which is coming is, obviously that the route was blocked for about few days, so the convoy was bigger. But then the one line of thought is that we were not sending too many troops in one vehicle. This is not the first time when it is taking place. It has taken place earlier also. Though the ID blast was not taking for last 2-3
but
years.
Lieutenant General Rakesh Sharma joins us. 1 second. This is a typical Al-Qaeda ISIS operation.
Absolutely. In
of
Afghanistan
the kind that
and Iraq, it has been done.
Going into a security vehicle, blowing it up. We've seen it happen in the theater in Afghanistan. We've seen it happen in Iraq. We've seen it happen in Syria. It's not happened in recent memory in India. And recently on Geo, there was a discussion with Hamid Mir where one of the Pakistani army generals who was sitting there was talking about sending a suicide bomber using IED explosives and banging it into an Indian security vehicle. So this devious idea has been cooking in the minds of the devils in Rawalpindi for some time now. General Sharma.
Rahul, firstly I must condole the sad demise of all these people who lost their lives yesterday, and it's actually very painful to hear the news. And naturally, as you rightly said, this kind of incident cannot be perpetuated in one day. It would have been planned. Even if the explosive of whichever kind it is has come through in batches of 10 kgs each across the LOC, and it has to be confined together to a larger body, the vehicle has to be prepared for carrying out an operation like this. That is the SUV which was used. So it's a very planned, meticulous operation. That man driving it may have been indoctrinated, but the whole plan of carrying out this action is quite naturally fairly big and well planned. I would also want to venture into this 78 vehicle bid and saying that these are mistakes and happened and all that. I think we tend to exaggerate these issues unnecessarily. You see a larger number of people of all types, the BSF, the Indian Army, the CRPF, the police, they all congregate themselves into Jammu, and they have to be left into convoys moving upwards daily basis. So, you know, yesterday the convoy was CRPF's large convoy, tomorrow it would have been army. You can't have tens of thousands of people staying in Jammu and not being looked after. So the convoy, this is natural. It is not the first time the large convoys have moved, and it would be moving. If 6 days there is snow,
Sure.
today maybe it would have been the turn of the army convoy, tomorrow the turns of the BSF convoy. So it's all natural. Let's not condemn issues of this kind, saying that there was mistakes being carried out by taking such large number of people. These things happen because of the vagaries of terrain and weather.
Okay.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.